Jade Cargill has finally signed to the SmackDown brand, and boy, did she make a big impact tonight. Before I give y'all my thoughts on it, I want to see what y'all thought about it. Kiddo, how do you feel about what they did with Jade Cargill?
Jade, mother effing Cargill. Finally, I say finally. It's been a while. I mean, we were just flirting with Jade, and finally we have something official. She's on SmackDown. She came out there with a beautiful entrance. I mean, like, there wasn't too many pyros going on. It's unique, It's something we've pretty much never seen before. A nice trick of the light. It kind of reminded me for some reason, like there was some weird hallucinations going on in the light, and there were like I guess it was kind of like snowing and stuff. I don't know. It reminded me of Sting. Like I could see Sting also coming out to an entrance like this. I mean, that just shows you how big of a production they basically dished out for her, and this was amazing. Her theme song is pretty much AEW. Like you could literally get copyrighted. It's the same song. Obviously they remixed it, but it's like 90% the same song from AEW. At least it has that same tune where it goes, no, no, no. Like you guys know what I'm exactly. um she just walked into the ring. She signed the contract immediately. That I thought was a little weird. Why not milk it a little bit? You know what I mean? Hi, I'm Jade
Hold up.
Cargill. What's up? I'm about to sign this contract and make it official when you sign it. Have the people go crazy. But I can say this. The promo was nothing to write home about, but it wasn't bad either. I think she did her job perfectly here. Could it be on another level? Like, when we see The Rock, it's obviously just on a different level. Did I see that? Well, when he spoke, or when she spoke, when Jade Cargill spoke, no. But her physicality, the way she moves, the way she is so confident, physically wise, like she's good. She's on that next level, on that star level. I'd say, like, even right now, even though she didn't even have a official match besides Royal Rumble, she is the biggest woman in the entire roster. I would say, besides like
Easily.
Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, she's right up there. And it's only a matter of time. Well, when she gets a title, she'll be the number one. She will be the face of the women's division, which is insane to think about. WWE, I think, is doing all the right moves with her right now.
Yeah, so she
But
can be
yeah,
easily be the biggest woman, but she has to deliver. That's the one thing. They're giving her
yeah.
everything. Like in her entrance, it did kind of look like she was coming up in the eye of the storm. So I did like how they presented her to begin with. But like you said, I mean, I didn't expect the Rock levels of promo from her. Kiddo is
No.
tough. She's a tough critic over here. But I think she did fine. To be just coming in, cutting this promo for the first time, because in AEW, Brian mentioned she didn't cut many promos, and I think that is correct. Like they gave her this good spot with her matches where she was coming in, dominating these women. She cut these promos, like cut the ish, Tony, kept them short and sweet, showing her personality. But in WWE, you got to go in that ring and you got to cook. So now it's going to be time for her to sink or swim. I think the fact that she is in the tag team match, which we'll definitely get to, means they weren't confident with her going out there by herself, because we see they don't mind putting these women out there in singles matches at WrestleMania. So I'm going to be interested to see how she delivers. I think she did deliver tonight. The presentation was on point. She looked good. The red thing was kind of strange to me, though, coming out in the red, but
Britney
she made up
Spears.
for it at the end of the night. But again, before we get into the big angle, Brian, what did you think about the whole package they presented from Jade Cargill?
Okay, so if we start off with the entrance is probably the best entrance I've seen in a while. I even think it's better than the Rocks
Oh, you
in terms
crazy,
of
crazy,
presentation.
crazy,
Listen,
crazy, crazy, man.
listen, man, listen, bro. They got the whole storm in the back, lights
It's
off. She
good.
coming out, looks in the shadow. Hey, man, listen. I might have gone a little bit far about saying it's better than the Rocks, but this is
Yes,
the
you
best
did.
entrance that the women's division has probably ever had. I'll just put it at that. This
It
entrance,
was.
this entrance was very good. I can't think of an entrance off the top of my
Cook
head
them,
right
kiddo.
now
Cook them.
where it's like, it's up there. But yes, don't go in and take that with the Rock thing. But yeah, man, it's just and I was telling this to the guys at the time of promo. I wasn't too crazy about the promo, and I get it. She has to work on it. It was her first time cutting a promo in a WWE ring, something that she probably hasn't really been asked to do in the past. She's been out there a lot of squash matches and things like that. But I just think she needs to deliver more. Like what she was saying, I didn't really believe exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was just a little bit tough, but I know that she's gonna be fine. I even think that in the future, maybe a mouthpiece would do her some good.
Oh,
But we got to give her some time to see if she really does develop this promo, because that's a craft in its own. when talking about promos and things like that. So we'll have to see how it does, man. But in terms of how she was presented, I mean, I've been saying this since she came to WWE. She is presented big money, star, like I don't know, man. She's looking really good right now. I think when you put a title on her, she's gonna take that women's division up to the top. Possibly even higher than what Rhea Ripley is doing right now.
Yes, but again, she has to deliver. The presentation is there. She looks great. She exudes that confidence. Like, I believe what she's saying just because, she's coming up there with the big old arms and she's, she just seems like she's popping it. Unlike some wrestlers, when they cut those promos, they kind of don't seem confident. The way she kind of expressed herself in there with her words wasn't the strongest, but I think her body just oozes so much confidence and charisma that, it kind of made up for it.
Four-letter word, my brother.
What'd you say?
I said four-letter word, my boy.
A-U-R-A. Brian
sir.
loves that one, y'all. But
All right.
we made the prediction thinking that she was going to be included in this story with the damage control, and it came true. So that is where they're going with her. I know a lot of people wanted to see Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania, but I just don't think it's time for that right now. I think if you put her in there with Bianca in a tag team, unfortunately, because she needs somebody who can teach her, I think you can build up to that next year. But what do y'all think about the angle and where we're going with Jade in WrestleMania? Was this the right decision? Let's go ahead and start with Brian.
I think this was the right decision. I think this is a great way to integrate her into WrestleMania because I don't think she would have had a match otherwise. So I think this is a good way to get her in. And I think I've mentioned this to you before, and Kenny has as well just now earlier in the video. It's a good way to hide her. If you think that she's not absolutely ready yet, you put her in the ring with a bunch of women. You can still protect her. She's not out there like feeding her to the wolves on the grandest stage of them all. I mean, it would have been cool to see her one-on-one at WrestleMania, like as her first official, one-on-one singles match. But I get it. This is probably the best scenario for her in this situation. So I don't know. I think we'll see how it does end up, but I don't think it can fail, man. I think at this point it can only just go up.
Yeah, you know what? I agree there because we look at Bianca. I don't think when she came from NXT, I don't think she was ready. But we see they put her in there with these other girls, and she got in there and she cooked. Now it's kind of like Bianca's giving back. She's in there with Jade Cargill. She's going to teach her the ropes, and I think, it's going to work out well. Kiddo, what do you think about this angle and everywhere we're going with Jade?
Oh, we mentioned The Rock 3 times already, so I'll mention him another time. I think this is like a young Rock situation, not the TV show or anything, but they're protecting Jade Cargill the same way they're protecting The Rock because she's a star and because she's not really, too great in the ring. Maybe, for Jade Cargill, it's because she's green, when in the case of Rock, he's too old. You get what I mean? And I think that's the right decision because, Brian, you said, and I say it too all the time, like, I want to see her one-on-one, go in the ring one-on-one with somebody. But when you put her in a tag team match, not only do you protect that future one-on-one match, you also make sure that Jade Cargill will just do what she needs to do, and then she can get out of there. She won't overstay her welcome. We won't even have the ability or the chance to see her negatives at this point. When you do this one-on-one match, especially your first one ever, it needs to be almost perfect. No match is ever perfect, but it needs to be as close as possible because that's when like all the eyes will be on her and people will be checking her out. Like, okay, let's see what Jade Cargill is all about. And so I don't dislike it, especially because thinking about it right now, if we were to have a one-on-one Jade Cargill match, it would have to be something amazing, like an incredible opponent, like let's say Seth Rollins last year, got Cody Rhodes as his opponent, but the build-up was horrible. So if Seth Rollins got like an underwhelming, surprising opponent, we wouldn't be talking about that match at all. So Jade Cargill, I think this is the safest way you do it. You have the threat of Bianca there, not only teaching her, but I think they are going to go ahead and face off with each other. The egos will collide at one point, and that's like they're going to be setting that up too as well. I'm pretty sure. Like I could see Bianca and Jade just on their feet, destroying everybody, and then like as one of them are going for it's going for the pin, like Bianca will like kind of give this side eye, like okay, I see you, kind of something like that. So yeah, it's okay because WrestleMania has so many matches, so many great matches anyway. So this didn't have to be this big Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, or like insane Jade Cargill match. So I think they're handling it pretty decently now that I think about all the details. And it's just another reason to watch WrestleMania. So this year, man, at least for now, it looks stacked and just makes me excited for the future of Jade Cargill. But like I said, WrestleMania as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Now we got the big tag team match on night one, of course, so that makes it like a must-see, must-go-to show. But I think just like that match, this kind of makes night one like a big show if they put this on night one. So I think it's a big spot for Jade, and I think well deserving. She put the work in. She made herself a star in AEW. Now it's time for us to see what she can do in WWE. Brian, do you have anything else you want to throw in there about Mrs. Jade Cargill?
No, I think she's gonna be a star, boy. It's over. She gotta deliver, man. That's all it is. Just deliver, and it's over.
That's all she has to do is deliver, and she is out of here.
That's it, man. That's it. All you gotta do after this is just kiss. The ring.